Alright, hey comic book fans, this is Mike Fitzgerald and this is First Issue Review. This episode I'll be reviewing JSA All-Stars #1. For those of you who don't know or not as familiar with the DC Universe, the JSA stands for the Justice Society of America. During the days of World War II, a group of costume mystery men gathered to form what's described as the first and greatest superhero team of all time, the Justice Society of America. They fought the Nazis during World War II, helping win the war for the Allies against all manner of Axis threats. Eventually, the original lineup all retired or died in the line of duty. Years later, they came out of retirement, except for those who died, with a new mission. Actually, most likely a few who had died, knowing comic books. With a new mission, training a whole new generation of heroes. But it has not been all wine and roses. Recently, members of the younger generation have split off into a new team. Some of them with a bit of experience and most of them rookies. This is straight from the comic, which I liked about this issue, because not knowing anything about the Justice Society of America, this helped establish who they were for new readers, or first issue readers. So the group, the Justice Society of America All-Stars, or JSA All-Stars, is the new group that is introduced in this issue. The group itself consists of Power Girl, Magog, Hourman, Stargirl, Damage, Cyclone, Wildcat, Judo Master, Citizen Steel, and King Chimera. I cannot pronounce names for the life of me. Most of the story revolves around Stargirl, and most of the focus is on either, well, not on Stargirl, is on either Power Girl or Magog. The other characters are introduced, but we don't get a lot of background on any of them, so we don't really get time to get familiar with them. Before the action, which takes place right off the bat as our team encounters the Noje Soviets, cybernetic Soviet troopers here to punish America for their capitalist way. Just a throwaway group, just a way of introducing the team. The book, this issue ends also with another throwaway group called Strike Force. Never seen before, to the best of my knowledge, probably never seen again. They're just devices used to continue the story along. And the story revolves, as I said, about Stargirl and a mystery masked villain who's apparently in love with her. I don't know who the villain is. I'm not familiar with Stargirl. A possible clue as to the villain's identity, as he is hiding in his evil lair, apparently is in a cinema. And the Marquis chose the title of a French documentary, The Sorrow and the Pity, La Chagrin et la Petite, horrible at French, which is a documentary concerning the French resistance, the Vichy government in Nazi Germany during World War II, and people who had collaborated with the Nazis. Maybe a more knowledgeable DC JSA fan out there would know what this would mean. I don't, but it's possibly a clue. Alright, so what we got? So, let's start with the writing by Matthew Sturges. It's fine. We start off with action. We get into the group identity, which focuses a lot on them being rookies. There's a question of who's in charge, whether it's Power Girl or Magog. Can't pronounce for the life of me. some standard friction among the rookie members. There's a whole complete throwaway page regarding I assume a developing subplot, which revolves around a character called the Sandman. You'll forget about it just as quickly as I did, I imagine. More focus on Stargirl and her role in the team. And then we go back into battle. So it's a standard, it's nothing you haven't seen before in a group, story-wise, in a group comic. It may develop into more. They might have wanted to decide to get as much action into the first issue as possible. So maybe some of the, besides Stargirl, maybe some of the character development lacked. So you don't really get to know as much about the other characters because a lot of them I'm completely unfamiliar with. Let's see. Now this is odd. I was first drawn to this comic because I like the art, or at least the cover art. I'll get back to that. Well, I'll get back to the interior art. I love the alternate cover by artist Ryan Sook. A very realistic style. One of the few artists not to overemphasize Power Girl's breasts. Something the interior artist makes up for. But I really enjoyed his alternate cover. It's very limited. I mean, scope it out online. Probably going to be reasonably hard to get. The interior art is by Freddie Williams II, known best for his work on DC Comics' Robin, and he's also known for working almost entirely in the digital format. Williams was also the author of a book about digital artwork, The DC Comics Guide to Digitally Drawing Comics. He's also posted tutorials about using digital artwork in comics. His tutorials, it is cold in here and this is why I keep stuttering, are also available on his YouTube page, and we'll list that somewhere along here. Williams has said that after reading a copy of The Uncanny X-Men, issue 272, with art by Jim Lee, he was inspired to become a comic book artist at the age of 15. He is an excellent artist. I really enjoyed his work. I enjoyed the level of detail. I enjoyed the vibrant colors. I wouldn't describe his, compared to Ryan Sook, who did the cover, Williams' cover is completely unimaginative. It's a damn poor representation of his skills, and it's a generic as cover as you can imagine, and not what you would expect when you look at his work on the inside. Alright, so in general, it was worth reading, it was worth picking up. Definitely if you're looking for a new team book, definitely if you're a fan of the J.S.A, because there goes half the team. Will I continue with it? I love the art, so that'll keep me there for a while, but not if the story doesn't develop more, or we go more into depth on each of the characters, which I realize it'll take a long time to do considering the number of characters, but I think after a year we'll have a good idea. And so generally I recommend it. And that's my first issue review of Justice Society of America All-Stars. Thanks for watching.